Well, hello my peeps. Welcome back to the Antoinette Nora kitchen. Today we are going to talk about my nemesis, toast and cereal. Toast and cereal really contributed to making me fat. There was a time when I was laid off. Now, I was already keto. This time period was 2012, and then I lost my job and I was unemployed for 11 months. And I was going to the food pantry, and you know all they have there is carbs. And I put all the weight back on. Totally went off keto. I would say for at least 8 of those months, I blew up like this. This is me and my twin sister. So when I did get back to work, I went back on strict keto. I told a story about that picture in my Cinnamon Toast Crunch Chaffle video probably about a year ago. I'll put a link to that video in case you're interested in that. That's the first time the only time before that I showed that picture. But toast and cereal always blew me up. I would have it as a nighttime snack. But I would have a big bowl of, sugar cereal. So, I stayed away from it all of these years. Recently, I read an article that the cereal sales have gone down dramatically due to the low-carb diets. So the manufacturers had to figure something out to bring up sales. So they've been working on that. So here's what they've come up with. For my birthday, I was gifted a whole bunch of keto products, which was fabulous. And among them was the cereal, the Catalina Crunch. Okay, so this is a 5-pack. Now, I know that I heard of it before, but I wasn't even gonna go there. And but I knew that Whole Foods had these for $8.99 a bag, and they're only 9 ounces. But I looked, and on Amazon you can get this 5-pack for $39.99. So you save $1 a bag if you buy the 5-pack. I have here the chocolate banana. I've tried them all. Okay, I'll tell you what I think about them. The dark chocolate, the maple waffle, the cinnamon toast, and the mint chocolate, which I thought was going to be really weird. Okay, so first of all, I thought that my favorites would be the maple waffle and the cinnamon toast, and it would be like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not nearly as sweet. But I find that these two are better if you mix them up together than separate. They just don't have enough flavor. Then the chocolate banana, I really did like the chocolate banana because you can taste the banana. And so this is one of my favorites. But my number one is the dark chocolate. This is really good. And I'm surprised because, I'm really not into chocolate cereal. The minced chocolate I can only eat as a snack. It's not good in cereal. I don't think. That's my opinion. Okay, so here's what's in here. They're all pretty much the same. They're just changing up the flavor. So they have the Catalina flour. So that's their flour, which consists of pea protein. So that's pretty good. That's like the next best protein in protein shakes next to whey. Potato fiber, which is just fiber. Non-GMO corn fiber, chicory root fiber, and guar gum. So there's your fibers. That's how they're, you know, getting the carb count down. Tapioca flour, but it has sunflower oil. Now, sunflower oil is non-GMO, but it's like just under non-GMO. Safflower oil and soybean oil are right there with them in that same group. So those are on keto, meant to be consumed in moderation. So I don't like seeing that on here. Cocoa powder, baking powder, natural flavors, whatever that means, sea salt, calcium carbonate, that's like found in marbles, and chalk. Stevia and monk fruit. So there you have it. This is 5 net carbs for only a half a cup. So I thought, well, gosh, that's a lot of carbs for a half a cup. But there's so much fiber in here that it's quite filling. This is my cereal bowl. This little old thing. And it's just like half of this. And oh, let me show you my milk. This has taken over all of my, you know, nut milks. I was a real fan of the cashew milk. I kind of I'm beyond almond milk. I do still like almond breeze in a pinch. But this, Good Karma flax milk. This tastes just like milk. And it's about the same price. I think it was $3.49. 8 grams of plant protein, unsweetened. Flax milk and protein. That's what it is. It's 1 carb for a cup. So it's pretty fabulous. Excellent source of calcium. Free of dairy, lactose, nuts, soy, and gluten. Kosher, vegan, and non-GMO. 0 cholesterol. This is fabulous. Alright, on to the next cereal. Okay, so this I bought today, but only because I had a $2 coupon that popped out of the, you know, out of the register over there at Meijer's. Last time I went there, so I had a coupon, and this is $6.50, $6.49 to be exact. So I paid $4.49, and I did have a little bowl. Now this one, this is the peanut butter, is a whole cup, looks like that. And I find this very interesting. So if I filled my cup up, this is like a full bowl of cereal, almost. I mean that, yeah. So I did have this today for lunch to try it. The funny thing about it is, it goes in your mouth crunchy and it quickly breaks down. Real chewy. Yeah, but it has really good flavor. I kind of like it, but at least it's cheaper than the Catalina Crunch. Alright, and then it has milk protein concentrate. This is sweetened with allulose, peanut flour, erythritol, peanut butter, and whey protein isolate, inulin, palm kernel oil. So palm kernel oil is wonderful. Palm oil, but then they go and ruin it by adding the canola oil, which is GMO, rice starch, soy lecithin, natural flavor, stevia extract, and vitamin E added. Okay, so they add that to retain the freshness. Contains milk, peanuts, and soy ingredients. So if you don't like soy, well, all of these cereals have some soy. I don't think the Catalina Crunch did. No, So if you don't like soy, Catalina Crunch. This has soy, and this, my final cereal. This is only $4.99 over there at Meijer's, and this, I have been eating this. This I really, really love. So this is the vanilla almond. They also have another flavor. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I know that I didn't like it, so I stick with the vanilla almond. So it's 4 net carbs, 2/3 of a cup, and this is really filling. I mean, it's a granola. You can eat it as a snack on some Greek yogurt or in your cereal bowl. So let's see, where is it? Almonds, yeah, see, it has soy. Soy protein isolate. Tapioca starch. This has sunflower seeds. So that's, you know, it's still keto, but not a best choice, you know. So that's where they're getting oil from. Erythritol, coconut, allulose, sunflower oil. So, yeah, flax meal, natural flavors, and other natural flavors. Natural vanilla, sea salt, monk fruit extract, stevia. Contains almonds, coconut, and soy. Processed in a facility that also processes Brazil nuts, cashews, and hazelnuts, pecans, and walnuts. Okay, this is my go-to. Now, these, I will finish eating these mostly as a snack, you know, not as a cereal. But this is my favorite, the Sola Granola Vanilla Almond. It's really delicious. I could eat this every morning, but I don't because it's best to have eggs in the morning. So if I have a good egg breakfast, I may just have a little of this for lunch. Because I like to keep lunch under like, you know, I like to keep every meal under 10 carbs. So that's what I do. All right, onto the toast. So this burst bread, I really regret even tasting it because it's so good, but I won't buy it again. The only reason I bought it was because Meijer's was out of the Sola bread, and this is called, I mean, you can see, I've been eating this. So let's see if I can get a picture of it. It's called, I don't know if you can see, Millies, 1 net carb, white bread. Just look at it. I mean, this really tastes like white bread. And I'm like, what is in there that tastes so good? Because I did not look at the label at the store. I just saw, oh, 1 net carb. So this bread has a lot of weird ingredients. That's why it's so good. I mean, because I don't recognize these things. I mean, I would have to look them up, but it has maltodextrin, so I know I'm not interested. This is what it has. Water-resistant tapioca starch, wheat gluten, whey protein isolate, inulin, yeast, oat fiber, allulose, soybean oil, guar gum, salt, potassium chloride, vinegar datum, calcium propionate, a preservative, cellulose, gum, absorbic acid, maltodextrin, sorbic acid, a preservative, how do you say that? Carrageenan. I have heard of that. I don't remember. Dextrose as well. So a lot of sugar, soybean oil, artificial flavor, lactic acid, reduced iron, thiamine monohydrate, vitamin B1, riboflavin, vitamin B2, niacin, B3, folic acid. Contains wheat ingredients. So, it's delicious. But I would only get this in a pinch. But I will say, it's taken me a long time to get on the bandwagon of even trying, you know, keto processed products. Because, you know, I pretty much stuck to non-processed food. I did Whole30 for a long time where I would only use one ingredient foods. Yeah, that was when I lost most of my weight. So really, Whole30 is the way to go. But I can't make this bread for the price of these. These I got on sale. I mean, they were $3.50 each. I can't buy one ingredient for $3.50. The Sola, this is sweet oat. This is my favorite. This is a close second. The sweet and buttery. So here's what's in here. Water, wheat, gluten, olive pumice oil, modified wheat starch, wheat protein isolate, arrowroot flour, defatted soy flour. So the Sola does have soy. But I like it so much better than the Aldi's bread. I have long since kicked the Costco bread to the curb, the keto bread, just because that one is way too dry. These are more like bread. But what I do, let me finish. Okay, oat fiber, organic flax seed meal, salt, non-fat milk, natural flavor, distilled monoglycerides, buttermilk. Preservatives are calcium, propionate, sorbic acid, milk, xanthan gum, wheat flour, monk fruit extract, enzymes, stevia leaf extract, and turmeric color. Well, I really wish they wouldn't add any color, honestly. Okay, milk contains milk, soy, and wheat. But this, you'll see this. What I like about this Sola bread is I know that there's not a lot of preservatives in here because it goes bad really fast. Because it comes in an extra thick bag. It's very thick. None of them are that thick. And then it comes wrapped doubly in plastic. And then it says best if kept in the freezer. So, but I don't do that. I just, well, I have, you know, one's going in the freezer. Well, they're both gonna go in the freezer because I'm gonna finish up this very enjoyable Aunt Millie's. Oh gosh, it's so good. All right. Okay, so what do I put on the toast? First off, when I have a bowl of cereal, I will only have one piece of toast. I mean, I got my little bowl of cereal and one piece of toast, and it's plenty satisfying with all that fiber. So, but here's what I put on it. I have never been a fan of almond butter, so I always wound up throwing it away. I've tried many different brands. I'm not a fan of almond butter. So that never worked for me. I always pick peanut butter. I would pick the best choice. Well, I finally found the perfect peanut butter right here. This is organic Maranatha, no sugar, no salt added, peanut butter. 2 ingredients. Wonderful. It's, oh, where is it? Organic peanuts and organic palm oil. Palm oil is one of the best oils up there. It has a 450-degree smoke point, and it's non-GMO. It has, I wrote this down, it has equal amounts of unsaturated fats and saturated fats, no adverse impact on the body, vitamin E, antioxidants, and a neutral flavor. So it's very mild. You don't taste whatever kind of oil. I mean, you don't taste any oil. You just taste peanut butter. It's really fabulous. And I believe I got this at Meijer's. If I didn't get it at Meijer's, I got it at Kroger's. But this is, from now on, the only peanut butter that I will ever buy. I think it was $5. Then, sometimes I want jelly. I make my own. There's not a jelly out there that I like that's sugar-free. They all suck. So this is, I had some cranberries in the freezer left over from Christmas, and I used those and some wild blueberries that I had in there, and I just put them in a saucepan on the stove. I believe I came up to 3 cups of the berries, and then a teaspoon of lemon juice, and a half a cup of the monk fruit sweetener, or whatever sweetener you want to put. And you just bring that up to a boil and simmer for about 15 minutes, and your jelly is done after it cools down. Yeah, it's fabulous. Make your own jelly if you're one who will eat the keto bread. Yeah, but this would even be great on keto pancakes. This, of course, you know, it is gonna add some carbs, but it's delicious. On this Aunt Millie's, it makes a great peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I've done that. It's really good. So that's it for my toast and jelly review. I have a lot of it. Well, a lot of it was gifted to me. So, and these were on sale, so they're going in the freezer. Oh, the Sola, one other thing about the Sola. This is pretty cool. So the Sola also comes in, these are, let's see, I'll take one out. These are the hamburger buns. It's frozen, but you know. But I can't make a bun like this. I just can't. You know, if you can tolerate some wheat, then this is really great product line. But I believe that Sola makes the best keto bread. It's just the best. It also comes in the hot dog buns, and it comes in bagels. Now I bought the bagels once, but the bagels are fabulous. I mean, every Sola product is really good. But the bagels are a little too high in carb. They're a little too much bread, and they have the anything seasoning on there. They're very good, but it's 7 carbs for a bagel, and that's before you add anything on it. So that could be that could get kind of carby. So I decided not to buy those. I'll just stick with my bread and be happy, because I'm really happy with this. So this one's 2 net carbs for the sweet butter. The sweet oat is 3 net carbs. And see, the hamburger bun is getting up there. That's 6. So, and then the, you know, bagels go all the way up to 7. That was pushing the line. I'm like, I'll take 6 for a hamburger bun. That's worth it too. All right. Well, I just wanted to tell you about my experience with my toast and cereal. That it's back in my life, but in strict moderation. I mean, I am very careful. And I mean, I'm very careful anyway with this bread. I only allow myself 2 pieces a day. Never more than that. So that's that. Oh, one last thing. Yeah. I know that this isn't highly as processed. And it doesn't have as many preservatives. because it goes bad really fast. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I usually can't finish the loaf, and it'll start molding, and I'm okay with that, because that just tells me that it's not, you know, overly processed and overly preserved. So, okay, peeps, thanks for coming by for another video, and we'll see you next time. I tell you, next time is gonna be pretty big. Yeah, I'm embarking on something really big. You know, when I turned 58. When I turned 58, I had to reevaluate things in my life. So that's what's happening. We'll see you next week.